right, friends, so I'm going to demonstrate how to wash dishes in the Foods Lab, okay? First thing, you've got dirty dishes here. You've got a wash tub in one sink. The next sink is where you will rinse the soap off of your dishes. And on the other side is where you will have your drain tray with the hole of the drain tray must go over the sink, all right? Also, you have two kinds of towels. This kind of towel is your drying towel. This larger rectangular towel is a drying towel. And the smaller towel is the wash towel, and that goes actually in the water. All right, so let's talk about how much soap are you going to use. About a teaspoon of soap, like that. And you're going to put that and if you whoosh it around a little bit, you're going to get some nice good suds in there. And by the way, the water needs to be as hot as you can stand the water to be. We always start with the least dirty items, and generally that's going to be your glasses. You put your glass in and you're going to take the washcloth and wipe all the way around the rim of the glass and inside. And then you're going to set this in your second sink. Let's wash a few more items before we rinse. Usually the next thing will be your silverware. And again, make sure that you get both the handle and the part of the silverware that you actually put in your mouth. And for your plates, you want to be sure that you wash both surfaces. All right, now you're going to rinse them. You're going to rinse in as hot of water as you can stand. Hot water is very, very important. Your silverware can go in the silverware section of your drain tray. You're going to get all the soap off of your dishes, otherwise you can get sick. This is going to be set upside down so the water can drain out of it. And for the plate, it's going to go like this in here. Now, it's okay to let it drain for a few minutes before you actually dry it by hand. So while we're draining a little bit, I'm going to talk about how to wash a knife. I have a paring knife here, and you will use knives eventually in this lab. It's very important that you wash the knives carefully. Never ever throw a knife in dish soap pan because it has the suds on the top. You can't tell where it is. Okay, always hold the knife in your hand and take your dishcloth, fold it a few times so you have a little bit of a surface area, and wipe away from the blade. Then take and rinse that. Obviously, you gotta get all the soap off of it. Now, this next thing that I want to tell you about is really important. Never ever store a knife like that in a drain tray because it's just dangerous. And don't put a knife in a drain tray point down because that will damage the knife. After you have rinsed the knife, merely lay it flat on the counter, preferably in an area where it's not going to get knocked off the counter. Now, when it's time to dry the dishes, always be sure you're going to dry it with your clean dish towel. This dish towel should have never been used for wiping anybody's hands. And you're going to make sure that you get all surfaces completely dry, especially with the glasses, because they'll stick together otherwise. Now, once you have it like this, do not handle it up here. You only handle it down here. And the same thing with the plates and the silverware. You don't put your hands on the area that you're going to eat from. The silverware, it would be drying it like this, and you're only going to handle it from the handles. Okay? When you're all done, you're just going to shake the water out of the drain tray, it goes back in its position underneath. You're going to drain the water from the wash tub, and it goes back clean and dry in its position underneath. And the very last thing that you're going to do in the Foods Lab is you are going to totally dry this sink. The reason for that is our water has minerals in it, and if we leave it wet, and when the water dries, it will leave stains on our sinks. So that is part of your grade, is having a sink area that is clean and dry. When everything is done, everything here is put away, the manager will call me over for checkout with the towels in one hand, and they will call, checkout in lab 5. And that's how you end your lab. Got it?